Hey. Hello. Hey, this is Johnny Beane. 3:47 p.m. August 13th, 2016. Saturday. I am actually sitting here. I mean, why not? Even though it's a beautiful day outside. I'm sitting in here. And now we got echoes. Even though it's a beautiful day outside. There we go. And that's me. Hey, this is Johnny Beane. Okay, I'll just turn that off. Yes. So anyway, I'm doing my vlogging. Why am I even wearing this? I don't need to wear headphones. I'm the only one here. Things are broken anyway. Okay, cools. Okay. So this is basically, it's my vlog, my podcast, whatever you want to call it, live stream. And I'm doing this every day this month, basically just trying to knock them out, every day. Sometimes I'll go on in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, like right now, sometimes late at night, sometimes I'll go on right before midnight, all different times. And hey, thank you for listening, whoever's tuning in. You can comment if you like. So anyway, so the question on the calendar, I don't know if it's a question, just the thing to talk about if I want to follow the calendar today over at savvysexysocial.com is it's called Shoutout Saturday. So basically, if you're listening to this, if you happen to catch this, if you would like a shout out, just let me know and I will shout you out. That's basically it. You want to hear your name over the internet? Go ahead and let me know and I'll say it. Hey, Renee. Like that. Renee, oh man, how do you pronounce your last name? I'm really bad with pronunciations, if that's the what do you call it? The term? I'm going to try, okay, Renee? Please don't get mad if I mispronounce this. Desjar Lab. Oh man. I'm horrible. I know it. Anyway, thank you. Hey, Renee. Hey, Billy. Who else? Hey, Joe. Joe Wentz, ladies and gentlemen. Joe says, good afternoon, Johnny. Hope you're having a good... And that's... I have to actually open up the iPad to see the rest of what you said. Let's see. So yes, I'm just shouting out names. That's what's on the calendar, really. So that's all I'm doing. Or if you have any questions, comments, whatever, feel free. I'm basically here to butcher people's names, like Renee's. Darjay Lays, Dejar Lays. She says it's French. Is that right? Am I close? Joe Wentz says, hope you're having a good day. I am, man. I am. Thank you very much, man. You too. I hope you're having a good one too, man. As I was saying, it's a beautiful day here. I know you can't see me. I have my camera turned off. But it's very, very nice here in Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz, California is where I'm broadcasting live from. And the weather here, I might as well do the weather. It's sunny and 72 degrees. So it's very, very nice. Oh, and Renee is commenting back. Let's see. It's refreshing. Ding, ding, kind of close. Day Zarles? Des Arles? Day. Because it says it's like DES. Is that Des? Des? Oh man. Anyway, she says I think it's Des Arles. Yes, is that right? Des Arles? Okay, very cool. Awesome, awesome. Des. I don't know if I could even say that twice. Des Arles. Renee Des Arles. Is that close? I hope so. I really hope so. There's your shout out. It's Shoutout Saturday, everybody. If you'd like me to butcher your name, go ahead and comment your name below in the comments. Yes, she says. Okay, awesomes. Awesome, Renee. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating. That's awesome. It's very, very cool. Yes. So yeah, I don't know. What are you guys doing? Who's ever's listening? I know there's 5 or 6 of you sitting here. Thank you. Renee says, anytime, you're self-hilarious. Thank you very much. Yes, I think it's fun to I like to laugh, as you might say. I mean, why not? Why not laugh and make other people try to make other people laugh? That's all I'm trying to do. That's the only reason I'm even here on this earth, is to make others laugh. So yes, it's a nice day here. I've got my honest tea happening. I got my Starbucks cup. Let's see if you can hear me pour the tea in here. I don't know if you could hear that. Anyway, that's what I'm enjoying. Should be good stuff. Nobody. Hey, nobody. Who's saying this? Hi, where's Dave? He's gone again. I have no idea where Dave is. No idea. Renee says, we can hear. Awesome. Awesomes. Yes. Nice. Somebody just liked my photo on Instagram just now. Very cool. If you guys are on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. It's just my name, Johnny Beane. And let me know. Let me know if you're on Instagram, and I'll follow you back. Instagram is great. It's a lot of fun. A lot of cool photographs. It's a good time, basically. So yes. So I really have nothing to talk about. I follow the calendar for VEDA, vlog every day in August. The calendar today says Shoutout Saturday. So it's basically to give shout outs. So if you guys would like a shout out, go ahead and comment and let me know, and I'll try to pronounce your name as best as I can. Yes. Renee says today is left-handed day, like National Left-Handed Day or something. Are you left-handed, Renee? I'm right-handed. My left hand is useless. Nobody says, where were you when you seen Paul Gilbert and Nuno? Was that NAMM? Yes. Yes, that was down in Anaheim at the Anaheim Convention Center. Renee, you're left-handed? Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. Yes. Nobody. Yes. Nuno and Paul. Yeah, I saw that was down in Anaheim. And anybody, if you guys are listening to this, if you don't know who those people are, they're guitarists, guitar players, they're musicians. Nuno Betancourt, he's in a band called Extreme, and Paul Gilbert has been in many different bands. Probably he's most well known for a band called Mr. Big. They had a huge hit song back in 1992 called "To Be With You," and I got to meet them back then because I was friends with a radio DJ who actually was the guy who first started playing that song on the radio. So it was because of him playing that song on the air, it became a hit. So anyway, so yeah, so there's a photo of me on my Facebook doing a selfie with these two guys, and that's what this guy is talking about, asking about, I guess. Yeah, they're cool dudes. Nobody says that Nuno is now Rihanna's music director. Oh, really? That's cool. That's very cool. Yes. Yeah, actually, I was watching some videos last night on YouTube, as we all do. And I know in the video we did yesterday, it might have been the EVH guitar chat I did with Rob Johnson and Nesdal, where I brought up the name of a band called Roxy Blue, and how they you could tell they were heavily influenced by Van Halen. You know, they kind of, a couple of the guitarist and the singer kind of looked like Dave and Eddie, and you know, in their videos they're doing like the same moves. You know, the guitar player is wearing knee pads, you know, kind of looking like Eddie did back in the 70s. He's kind of making the faces. The singer is like doing these jumps, you know, very, very, you could tell that they were influenced by those guys. But anyway, so last night I was watching some of their videos, and I'd only seen the one video all these years. They had a video, a song called "Rob the Cradle," and so that's my only real memory of that band back in the early '90s, right? And basically, anyway, I did some research on the band, and it turns out the guitar player is now a dentist. So that's cool. That's cool. He actually became a doctor. You know, that's awesome. And I'm no stranger to dentists. Half of my teeth are what do you call, fake? Sort of, not really. Anyway, I don't know why I even just told you that, but please forget I even said that. So anyway, huh? Somebody said, oh, somebody liked something I did on there. Okay, cool. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, I would just like to say, rest in peace, Kenny Baker. If any of you people grew up on the Star Wars films, the character R2-D2 in the films, R2-D2, they used many different versions of R2 to make the character come alive. They used actual robots, you know. They used remote control, you know, robots, you know. But there actually was a real live actor inside the would you call it a costume? Is it inside R2-D2? There was an actual guy, and his name was Kenny Baker, and he passed away today, 83 years old. So that's wow. I never met Kenny, but I met a lot of the other actors that were in the original films years and years ago. I met Anthony Daniels, who plays C-3PO. I met Jeremy Bulloch, who played the original Boba Fett. You know, David Prowse, who played the original Darth Vader. I grew up on Star Wars. I still love Star Wars. Looking forward to the new film. What's it called? Rogue One. Really looking forward to that. I thought The Force Awakens was awesome. The prequels, they're good, you know, for what they are. I didn't think the acting was that great. But the original films you can't beat. The original Star Wars, the original, you know, The Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I can watch those movies a billion times, you know. And what? Nobody just said something. Hey, my friend who played with guys from Run DMZ. When Run D. Oh, somebody you know that played with a bunch of people, a bunch of bands, is now a senior software engineer from Microsoft. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, anyway, rest in peace, Kenny Baker. Anyway, I actually saw on Facebook today, some friends of mine were going to a Star Wars marathon somewhere. Like they were actually showing all the films somewhere. That's pretty cool. I actually went to in Oakland, California, many years ago at the what do you call it? Planetarium? What do you call the place where you can go and they teach you about space and you can there's huge telescopes, you can look out into the stars, all that stuff. Anyway, in their huge room, they actually showed Return of the Jedi, and I actually went and sat through every showing that day. This was years ago. I probably sat through the movie. Planetarium? Nobody says? Yeah, maybe. It's in Oakland. It's anyway. They showed the film like, well, how many times can you show a film in a day? The same film. Let's say the film is like 2 hours at least. Maybe 4 times or something. Anyway, I sat through each showing. You know, anytime I can see Star Wars on the big screen, I'm there. Okay. Especially the original films, especially. You know, The Force Awakens, I only went and saw twice, which, you know, I should have gone another time, but I didn't. Let's see, getting some comments here. I have to open up the app every time so I can look and see what they say. I can kind of see like if you guys leave like long comments, that they get cut off, you know, on the iPhone, they pop up. So I can kind of, like, if they're short comments, I can read them, but if they're longer, I have to actually open the app. Nobody says yes, they filmed Rebel Without a Cause there, I believe. Where, in Oakland? At the planetarium? Joe Wentz. Joe Wentz says, man, I grew up on Star Wars. I have the original trilogy on digital format along with The Force Awakens. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Yeah, they've released, the original Star Wars movies like a billion times, all these different formats. It was released on VHS a million times, DVD, a bunch of times. Blu-ray. I don't even have a Blu-ray player. I don't think I've even seen a movie in Blu-ray. I don't think I've even seen that. Or seen one. That's cool though, man. Yeah, The Force Awakens. Yeah, I don't own that one yet. I should get that. Yeah, the original Star Wars films though, the original 3, I've owned many times over. Nobody says yes at the planetarium. That's where they filmed Rebel Without a Cause. No kidding. Let me see. I'll have to look that up. I'm still here. I'm just typing. I'm still here. Let's see. Here we go. They shot. Okay. Many of the scenes for Rebel Without a Cause was filmed at the Griffin Observatory, which is in LA. That's not Oakland. It's a similar thing. Yeah, it's a similar thing, but there's a very famous one that you actually see in a lot of movies, and that's the Los Angeles one. That's cool. Yeah, Griffin Park. Oh yeah. I'm looking at some film. Yeah. You can actually Google. Yeah, you actually see a lot of different like TV shows and films were filmed right there. There's this show that I like watching called Hunter. It's from the 80s. It's a 80s cop show, right? There's a scene in one of the seasons. The very last scene is of Rick Hunter, the main guy, and he's walking. He's actually at that observatory walking by. Anyway, yeah, you see it all the time. You see movies filmed right there. But yeah, speaking of let's see. Kenny Darko says he's disappointed with the EVH Smithsonian interview. Didn't like the interviewer. I'll have to watch that again. I only watched it once. I watched it the day after it happened. Oh, yeah. Nobody. You know your stuff, man. Yeah. He was a football player. That's right. Yes. Yes. Let me see. I was going to say something else, but really quickly. I guess since we're talking about that real quick, yeah, the football, yeah. His name was Fred Dryer. Yeah, he was a football player. And then he was an actor, and he had that TV show, and that was really what he did. I think he does commentary now for football. But anyway, speaking about Rebel Without a Cause and James Dean, the last time I drove to LA, which was for the last January for the NAMM show, we actually stopped at a there's this gas station. There's this gas station where they call it something like James Dean's last stop or something. And there's like all these signs, and I took a bunch of photos. If any of you guys follow me on Facebook or Instagram, I posted a bunch of pictures of me standing around this gas station, this little stop, you know, and there's like all these James Dean pictures and everything. But the story is that was the last place he stopped to get gas before he was killed. This one particular little gas station. Apparently, after he got gas or something at that station, he took off, and then it was just a little while later he got in a fatal car crash. So it's very interesting if you're really into James Dean or just film history. It's a very because you go inside and they kept they basically kept the entire what do you call it, gas station, like inside. You walk in there and it looks like it's out of the 50s. It's like you walking back in time to the 1950s, you know. And they actually they make and sell fudge in there. I think that's what it was. But you walk in there and they have all these newspaper clippings, everything on the walls everywhere, you know, from back then. So, and I like that stuff. I'm a huge fan of stuff like that, you know, old Hollywood, old movies, all that stuff, you know. Love that stuff. Love it. So, oh, and then nobody says, yep, right before he got killed, they have a photo of him there, I believe. At that gas station? Yeah, maybe. I have to look that up. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of creepy stopping at this place, but also it's very it's cool. I mean, you know, just to think, wow, you know, it's a part of just, you know, part of history, you know, Hollywood, you know, classic Hollywood history. Which, like I said, yeah, I'm a huge fan of. Nobody says, did they keep the car the way it was crashed? Huh? I don't know. Probably not. He didn't actually crash at this gas station, but it was the last place he stopped before he crashed. I think that's what the whole thing is. Yeah. Yeah, I took some photos with Howie and stuff. Howie the Dalmatian at this gas station. But anyway. Cool. Yes. Well, I don't know. Again, this is my vlog. I'm doing these things every day this month. Sometimes it'll be like this, like podcast style. You know, I do them live. I do most everything live nowadays. And then it's always there for people to, you know, to listen to or watch or whatever after the fact, you know. But so anyway, so these vlogs, and I know you can't see my face right now. I got my camera turned off. You know, sometimes I do them like this. Sometimes I do them, you know, with the camera on. Sometimes I have other people here. You know, we you know, talk about stuff. You know, different things. Sometimes I'm in the car, you know, driving down the street. Sometimes, you know, whatever. It's all different. I'm following a calendar this month. So the majority of these videos, these vlog videos, which we call VEDAs, vlog every day in August, or SSS. If you're wondering what SSSVEDA stands for, Savvy Sexy Socials vlog every day in August. That's the website, savvysexysocial.com. That's the website that I work in conjunction with to do these vlogs. So let's see. Somebody just said something. Nobody said something. Nobody says. Speaking of guitars and film, Kirk Hammett has a huge memorabilia of the old horror films. He has the Boris Karloff actual mold of Dracula. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, actually, a good friend of mine. Well, Kirk Hammett lives in the area, you know, the San Francisco Bay Area, and he had a what was it? It was a show. He put on a show recently. I mean, within the past year, like a horror, like, or he put out a book, maybe. Did he put out a horror book, something like that? And anyway, there was a show, and a friend of mine and his daughter went, and his daughter was all dressed up like all, you know, like a monster, whatever. And they had maybe they had like a costume contest or something, and she won a Kirk Hammett guitar. So there was actually photos of her like in Guitar World magazine, my friend's daughter with Kirk Hammett holding this guitar that she won, you know, which is pretty cool. Yes, but yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, Kirk Hammett likes the old horror films, stuff like that. I like a lot of that stuff. You know, I watch a lot of that stuff sometimes. I like a lot of different things. But yeah, mainly like older, you know, older movies, older films from like, let's say as far back as the 20s. You know, I'm a huge fan. I know you guys can't see me, and you definitely you can't see my wall here behind my screen, behind my computer, but I have a framed photo of Charlie Chaplin right here. I grew up on Charlie Chaplin, his films. He was like, you know, huge to me, still is. And so I think being a small kid, you know, 7, 8 years old, maybe less than that, 6 years old, whatever, and really liking older, you know, films, older Hollywood. I think that really, I think that's why I'm really into the older stuff, you know, Chaplin, you know, and you know, a lot of the comedy stuff, you know, Groucho Marx. I have a bunch of their movies on DVD, which I watch. Three Stooges. They're, you know, awesome. You can watch the Three Stooges and it just makes you laugh, you know. It's so funny. Just funny stuff. Let me see. Nobody just said something. Who said this? Kirk Hammett was at the horror show with the son of the actor who played Frankenstein, and he signed special edition guitars of Frankenstein, the coffin case. Okay. Yeah, it was something like that. It was like a Frankenstein. What guitars does Kirk Hammett play? What series of guitars does he use? I can't remember. Jackson? Anyway, I believe the guitar that he gave away to my friend's daughter it had like Frankenstein on it or something like that. You know, something similar. Joe Wentz says, Johnny, we both know Van Halen Rising is an awesome book, but have you checked out the Van Halen saga? It's awesome as well. Nobody says ESP. Right. Yeah. Kirk Hammett plays ESP. Okay. Yeah, that's the guitar he gave away to my friend's daughter. ESP. Joe, the Van Halen saga. No, I haven't. Or I don't know. I might have it. I've got some books. They're called iBooks. You know, you get them off iTunes, right? No, I don't have that one. I've got Van Halen Rising. I've got the two Zlozauer books, and then I've got the Guitar World book. You know, the one that has a bunch of the Edward interviews from Guitar World magazine. I've got all those in my iBooks, so I can look at them on my phone anytime. But yeah, speaking about Van Halen Rising, yeah, awesome book. Greg Runoff, awesome dude. Myself and Rob Johnson, we talked to him in one of these hangouts a while back. Just search my channel for Greg Runoff, and you'll see it. You can watch it. It was awesome. I met Greg at NAMM this last time around, last January, and had a great time. I introduced Greg to a great guy, great guitarist named Ronnie North, and it was cool to watch them converse because they both knew the early Van Halen stuff. You know, Greg knew the stuff because he researched it. Ronnie knew the stuff because he was actually there back in the day. You know. But yeah, and speaking of Ronnie North, he now plays guitar for Missing Persons. Which again, Ronnie, if you hear this, congratulations, man. He totally fits that gig, man. Very, very cool. But yeah, Ronnie's a great guy. Also did a hangout with him somewhat recently. You can search his name on my channel, and you'll come across a video with him, which is very cool. So anyway, hope everyone's having a great Saturday. It's 4:25 p.m. Pacific. I don't know. Where are you guys? Who's listening to this? Let me know where you guys are from. What cities or states? I'm in Santa Cruz, which it's Northern California, but it's not quite Bay Area. It kind of is, you know. I'm about an hour and a half from the Bay Area, San Francisco, depending on the traffic. You know, depending on the time of day. Nobody says, why don't you guys use the tremolo without the tuners, which was the original? Oh, you're talking about a Floyd Rose? How come I don't use a Floyd Rose without the fine tuners? I don't think I could use one of those. I think it'd be very, very tough to you can't tune them. Once you clamp down, you can't fine tune. That's the reason though why that's the reason why they made the later versions with the fine tuners. You know, makes it very, very easy to tune up, and you know. I don't think I could ever use one of those original ones. I mean, I guess I could, but it's not something. I'd rather have the fine tuners. You know. But hey, so nobody says Yes, the Floyd Rose, the original, they sell it now. Yeah, yeah, they sell a version of it now without the fine tuners. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I would try one. I would try it. But like I said, it'd be harder to tune. So I'd rather have the fine tuners on. You know, but that's just me. Hey, Alan. Alan says the dive at the end of your eruption that Johnny is talking about at the end. Oh, he's not even reading. He's not even watching this. He's watching a different video. So I shouldn't even read those. He's basically he's saying how it was used by a Univox echo chamber. That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing when you make videos and you have a lot of videos, people comment on them all the time. So I can get comments. I can be sitting here and getting the actual comments for this, and then be getting comments for other things. You know, so I should actually make sure I'm reading a comment for this. You can have your tech tune the guitars. Nobody says well, yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but if you don't have one. If you don't have a tech on hand, 802 Blues. Hey, how are you doing, man? Um, yes, of course. Yeah, if you have a tech, you can have them do, whatever you want, you know. But if it's just you, like if it's just me, and let's say I'm using a Floyd Rose with no fine tuners, and I bust a string, it's like, oh, or whatever, or if I change the strings, if I need to tune the thing up, it's just harder. It's it's harder to do. Although maybe the technology has advanced by now. I think I'll have to look into that. I think that's cool. That's good stuff. Joe says I have the Audible app on my smartphone, so all my books are audio books. Great when you're driving. Just hook your auxiliary cord from your phone to your car stereo, and you're good to go. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. I love audiobooks. Actually, I had one. I still have it. I still have it. I have one. You guys remember Christopher Reeve, who played Superman in the films in the 1980s? He put out a book sometime after his accident when he was paralyzed. But anyway, there was an audiobook done of his book, and he actually read the audio. He actually read the book. So it's very, very fascinating when you're listening to the audio. They're on cassettes. I had them. I still have them. You're actually hearing him read the book. And it's I mean, you can actually hear like the machines behind him, and because he was paralyzed. If for those of you who don't know, Christopher Reeve, the actor who played Superman in the original the late 1978 film, 80 80 83 87, those Superman movies, he was in an accident where he fell off a horse in 1995, and he was paralyzed. And sadly, he passed away in, I want to say 2004, I think. Anyway, Another like I know I was talking about Star Wars earlier. Yeah, Star Wars, the original Superman movies, all great stuff. That's all. I love that stuff. But anyway, so he reads this book. I believe his book, Christopher Reeve's book. I believe it was called "Still Me," as in he's still him. Still me. I think that's what it was. But anyway, he reads the book himself, and you can hear the machines helping him breathe and everything on the cassettes. It's very, very it's I don't know, but anyway, I think I gotta go. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this. Again, thumbs up if you dig it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm doing these every day this month for Savvy Sexy Social. And don't forget, facebook.com/guitarist Johnny Beane. Keep rocking, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.